right, all right. We are back. It is Talent Tuesday. Hey, everybody.
Hey.
After a little bit of a break, we are finally back. Can you bring that down a little bit, DJ?
Yes.
Oh, now you just took it to the extreme. What's up, everybody? It's Talent Tuesday. I'm Kelly Spencer. I've got
DJ Spen.
with me.
Yes.
And we are ready to get into this. We are back. We've been on a little bit of a hiatus.
Yes, we have. Doing parties and everything else that we do. It's craziness, but we're back.
We got some good music, I hope.
Hey, you're the one that picks through it.
Yeah, I didn't listen to any of the music first, but that's all right because I have two amazing guests with us tonight.
Okay. Who are these guests?
Who are they?
Yes.
Have you heard
I've never heard of either one.
Have you heard of my friend Michele Chiaverini?
Who's that?
I believe he's produced probably about 100 songs with you. Do you remember him?
Yeah, I remember now.
Did he do Let Me See You Clap Your Hands?
Yes, he did. One of our Quantize staple records.
Exactly.
For sure.
And
well, he knows I'm
a
just
lot of these
anyway.
songs too, right?
Yeah, I think there's something back there that's I don't know. I don't know.
Well, he's an amazing producer, and he's a nice guy. I really like him.
He's an incredible guy.
Yeah. All right. So where is he, Michele?
Ciao.
Ciao.
Wow. Here I am.
Are you ready?
Yeah, and actually, we're doing this backwards. Let's see.
What?
I was supposed to be playing a.
You wanted to play one of his songs?
Yeah, I was supposed to be playing one of his records because we had discussed that we were going to introduce the other guys first.
Oh, did we?
Yes.
I don't remember that part. Well, you gotta be fast. You gotta be able to be flexible.
I wasn't prepared for that, so
a DJ should always be prepared. Am I right, everyone?
That's right.
I'm right. So while the DJ's trying to get the song together, you got it? Which one? Let me see. What is this?
It's everybody. Let me see you clap your hands. I always keep looking for it. Every time I look for this track, I think it's called "Everybody Clap Your Hands," but it's
you
not.
don't remember the name of the song.
No.
That you do.
Well, I didn't do it. Technically, he did this record.
I have to say it's one of my favorites.
Yes.
Every time it comes on, people still dance like it's brand new.
It is. It's one of our main records. So everybody say hello to the incredible Michele Chiaverini.
Welcome.
Yes.
Thanks for having me.
Number one record too.
You did a Billboard number one record?
Yeah, we did one. Yeah.
That's right. Donna Summer.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Donna Summer. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we're glad to have you here, and producers, you're very lucky tonight to have Michele listening to your music, or maybe not lucky, depending on how much effort you put into it. I feel like Michele's a bit of a perfectionist. I listen sometimes when you two are talking.
Yeah, don't get
and
it
going
twisted.
back and forth.
Yeah,
on your
don't get it
productions.
twisted. He is absolutely a perfectionist.
Okay. Well, I hope
that's good.
I hope they brought us some good music tonight.
I hope so too. So we'll see where it goes.
All right.
Thank you for joining us, Michele. All right. Who else? Who else we got?
All the way from Brazil, we've got DJ Maymay. DJ Maymay, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Maymay.
I'm always here.
Uh-oh. This DJ over here
I've got some issues today. But, okay, whatever's happening, it's
you two are too funny. You two.
We've got a DJ Maymay bootleg.
Yeah, but it's not playing, and maybe that's for a reason. So we'll figure that out in a minute.
You shouldn't be playing bootleg. You must play the real music.
Who called it a bootleg? Not me.
All right. So now, what are you gonna play?
I'm going to find something else from Maymay.
All right. Well, while you're finding something else, Maymay, thank you so much for joining us.
Kelly. Thank you, Kelly, very much, very much. You're the only one who can say my name properly. Mimic.
I don't know what's wrong with everyone else, but
Me
I can
too.
say
Yeah, we all have issues.
You gotta be like Kelly.
Well, I heard heard you and Spen had a really good time recently hanging out in Brazil.
Amazing things happen here, but whatever happens in Brazil stays in Brazil.
Ooh, I know you didn't like that.
Wow. Next time I'm coming, and DJ Spen can stay home.
Yes, and you're gonna see what's up in Brazil.
And that's right. We're gonna have a good time, and what happens in Brazil stays in Brazil.
Stays in Brazil.
Right. At that point,
Right.
it's okay. Huh?
Yes, it's okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Who else do we have with us?
Who else? Is Mike Freak here?
No. Yes.
Mike Freak. We have got our label head of our Q or Q3 label, Mike Freak, in the house. Hey, Mike, I haven't seen you in a little while.
I know, it's been a
The
minute.
last time I saw you, I think you were on stage with Crystal Waters. I think there was like one tear coming down, and you and Crystal were looking like you were just having a proper rave going on.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, that was you?
Insane, yeah.
That was insane.
It was-
Well, it's good to see you again.
yes, it's nice to be back.
It is nice to be back.
Yeah.
And Mike, you got some events coming up, right? You're
Yes.
working on a DC event, and tell us what else you got going on.
Yeah, on Friday we're gonna be at the legendary Flash Club in Washington D.C. We're gonna have Renee Melendez, Cade Young, and Sean Travolta repping the label. So it's a label party over in D.C.
Wait,
yeah.
did you say Cade Young?
Cade Young.
What?
he's-
Wait a minute. Am
sounds
I on the
familiar.
guest list?
No.
Can I get on the guest list?
No.
My biological son and my label son are both playing on the same night.
Right.
You got me on the guest list, right, Mike?
Yes, we got you.
All right, all
We got
right.
you.
Big things. That's Flash is a DC is a legendary club in DC, so that's awesome.
I want to go.
All right,
Mm-hmm.
Me
Yeah.
too.
Okay.
May May, come on.
come on
We're
over.
gonna bring May May. We're gonna bring May May.
We
Don't
put
say
you on the
twice.
guest
Back to back.
list.
Yeah, we're gonna work on that for sure.
And front to front if you want.
All right,
Oh,
front to
Lord.
front, back to back.
to back.
Okay.
All
Fair
right,
enough.
who else do we have on? We have
let's
the
see.
legendary Tommy Davis.
Yes, Thomas is there.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Mr.
Yeah.
It's Tommy Davis. Hey, Tommy.
Hey, I can do this well. That took me a minute. Michele and Mehmet.
Hey, man.
Say Mehmet's name again. He said Mehmet.
Mimic. Me.
Mehmet.
Me. Mama.
Bravo, bravo.
Glad to see you, Tommy. I heard you really turned it out at this big party that went on in Baltimore this weekend.
Oh, it was a great party. It really was. It was.
Awesome. All
Yeah.
right.
All right.
All right. And we've got Candace McKenzie live from Margate.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Hi,
Hey,
Kenny.
Candace.
Hi,
Hey,
Candace.
nice to see you, everyone.
The cat woman.
The cat woman.
We're not talking about cats anymore or monkeys.
No. What we are going to talk about is what we hope is some good music. And I think we should just get into
You want to
this,
get
right?
into it? Okay. I'm down to one deck tonight,
down-
so things
you've got-
may be
You've got
slow,
all. Well,
but-
I'm on one, and you've got two.
No. Something's going on with.
Something's going
with-
on
with-
over there.
Yeah, something, but
All
I'll
right.
figure it out later.
Also,
right,
before
so-
we start, when we get to track 3, can we just pause or Kelly check your text, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
All
So we're gonna move into track number 1, Distant Shadow.
Distant Shadow.
It is Talent Tuesday.
All right. Check out the poll. If you're in the chat on Twitch, don't forget to vote and tell us how you feel. What's up, Facebook family? Keep it tuned. Lock it down. We're ready to go. It's Talent Tuesday.
them knew they were robots. None of them knew they were robots. None of them knew they were robots.
Okay. That's quite interesting. Distant shadow.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's see how our guests feel about this.
All right. Who you starting with?
Let's start with Michele.
All right.
All right. So, what did you think of this one?
It's quite interesting. I like it's got interesting musical elements like the bass, and I like all the parts. Maybe the sound could be more interesting, like sonically, maybe a vintage edge. And also, I would use more the robotic voice, because the structure-wise, I'm not sure where it's going, but it keeps you, hooked, because you want to see where it's going to end, how it's going to build up and develop. So yeah, it's quite interesting.
Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you place it?
I would start with a 6.
Okay.
All right. We got a 6. We got 92% over on Twitch said they're not feeling it so much.
Okay.
I don't know. It is interesting to me, but I'm not getting that dance feel. I can't. There's not enough music in it to me. I don't know.
Which is why I think Michele was saying the vintage elements and that kind of thing. So right, I tend to agree.
All right, let's hear what Maymay thinks.
Well, I think Michele is a gentleman.
Tell me how you really feel, Maymay. Go ahead.
I feel like the people on the chat are saying, I don't feel nothing so far. It sounds like the beginning of an idea. I don't want to be mean or pragmatic here, but I'm waiting for something still now, I'm hearing it, but it sounds like he has like a cell that needs to have more development, because so what about now? It's like somebody's telling me, I was saying then, I'm still waiting for something to move me. That's what I feel.
Okay.
I feel nothing.
Scale of 1 to 10.
1 to 10, 4.
All right.
4.
All right.
Okay.
What's up to the Facebook?
Yeah, we've got
people
Teresa Hill. Teresa says it's busy. That's a good word. She says it's a little busy.
Right.
Enrique Bernard says it's not househead music. Stephen Woods says it sounds like a commercial ad. Well, a commercial ad isn't bad because you make money off of commercials, but this is not the venue to get commercial ads checked out. So that is a good comment, and maybe this type of music could have
a place.
Yeah,
it could.
Yeah,
it could
on TV or in a commercial. All right, let's jump over.
Oh, what's up, Vonita? How you doing?
Vonita White from Jasper Street Company in the house, Grammy nominated lady. All right, let's go over to Mike Freak. Mike, do you disagree? Could you do anything with this one?
There's a lot of elements missing. You know, it started pretty good. I was hoping, you know, there's an acid sound right there that could have been developed, but it didn't happen. And then, you know, every time I hear robots, I think of Kraftwerk. I was looking for something like of a Kraftwerk vibe. It didn't happen. You know, I was hoping to probably get a little bit of a Daft Punk kind of thing happening as well. It didn't happen. So a lot of it was promising at the beginning, but it was just promise.
Okay.
So
and can you give it a number?
I'll give this a 5.
Give it a 5.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Tommy, do you want to disagree with everyone?
Nope. I think everybody kind of covered it. It's just not really for us. You know what I mean? It's not to say it can't work somewhere else, but our audience looks for a little bit of a story, even if it's in music, and it kind of just was linear. It just didn't do. It didn't tell a story. And so we do quantized and unquantized. So it's not like we can't do a track like this. It just has to be more. And you can tell by 92%, it wasn't enough for the people that's tuning in to Talent Tuesday. That says a lot right there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true. So if you had to score it, Tommy, what do you say here?
I can't go below 5 on anyone. You know, the fact that you're doing this work, you know, okay. It's just, we want to encourage people to, hey, find a label that might like it, or just keep working on it until you get a lot of people to like what you're doing. That's the only encouraging thing we can say.
Yeah.
I agree.
I agree too. All right.
Well said.
Yeah.
What did you think?
Pretty much what everybody else said. I really do like that computer Kraftwerk voice. I think it could have been utilized a little bit more. But given what it is, I feel the same way. It's about a 5.
Okay. All right.
All right. So on to track number 2.
Let's move on to track number 2.
Which is a track called A Lover's
Oh, that's A Lover's Loss.
So let's see if we feel the love
Or the loss.
or the loss.
All right.
It is Talent Tuesday, everybody. Okay, I got to go back to the beginning of this. I'm sorry about that, but I actually am not playing the track at the proper speed. That is my bad. So we are going to start that one over.
The producer is probably like, "What are you doing to my music?"
I totally apologize. Like I said, I was trying to figure out a problem, but now we're good. Okay,
all right.
Here we go.
Well, let's listen.
Officially.
Everybody get your flashlights out and wave your hands from side to side.
You so wrong.
You all are killing me with these comments.
Stop
it! I just keep looking at my computer.
All right.
All right. So 69% on Twitch not feeling it. But you know what? Listen. So, and this is just my opinion. I'm a music consumer, and I co-own a label. But anyway, we have consumers of music who just want to enjoy it and dance, and then we have DJs and producers who really listen because they want the long intro and they want all that stuff, right? But seriously, 4 minutes, you could have just cut out all that stuff for 4 minutes, because I was checked out, and then at 4 minutes I was like, oh, what's this? Let me start listening. I was checked out, looking at my grocery list and everything. But at 4 minutes, it was really like 4:12. I was like, oh, wait a minute, what's going on here? So I don't know. I'm interested in hearing how folks feel about this one. But again, 69% on Twitch said, not so much. So let's hear from May first.
Okay. I like it more than the previous one, and I feel that the chords, Michele, which is a fantastic musician, will tell me if I'm wrong. The chords are really represent the name of the song, A Lover's Loss. There's something sad on the chords, something that brings that sadness of a loss of somebody, I feel that, but Kelly was right. You have to short the intro and, use less words, let's say. Gotta be, more fast to deliver the song. I think there's something there. I will give it a 6, maybe 7, 6.5.
Okay. So they have the start of something, but they've got to
Yeah,
do a little more work on it.
I think so. There's something there. There's a track there, for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
And I understand what he means with the whole thing.
Yeah. Okay. So Michele, do you agree?
I do partly. I mean, I think I see what they're trying to do. It's not obviously it's not quite there in terms of production, sounds, etc. And I always I'm drawn towards the the musicality of the song, and this one is quite musical, but it's more like a chill out track. Again, it could be good for an advert. If we are listening to songs for Quantize, it's definitely not a Quantize song, and it doesn't really do it for me. Chord wise, I don't know. I find it a bit tedious, but it could be good for a advert again, I would say. So I can give it a 6 again.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I could see that for an advert, really.
Something interesting.
Tommy,
Yeah.
what can you do with this? Talk to me.
We go.
Me?
I'm on. I'm muted. The host muted me.
You're on now.
Yeah. Listen, you could take Jerusalem and go. If you ever heard the line dance, it has the similar kind of movement like this. So you put somebody in a like these records are new and it's breaking into the new pop culture. So this African record called Jerusalem became a popular record, and it has chords like this. They are sad and kind of happy at the same time. It's a new pop venture. So I really liked it because it made me want to dance because, I guess just 40 years of listening to the same 16 bar house tracks over and over again. It's great to hear something that's a little bit different. So like Michele, I like the musicality of it, but can we sell it at Quantize? As you can see, our audience was like, what are y'all doing?
Yeah.
They give us the same 16. You know what we like. So
Right. So going back to knowing your audience, knowing the label.
Yeah.
Okay.
A great creative vocal would change
Yeah.
everybody's opinion on this record. A great one. So it
Maybe.
easy. Gonna put a interesting vocal, and you could change the drums. It'd be an afro. You could change. It could be Latin. You could change it. It'd be house. I love the movement. So I give it a 7.
Okay. All right. Mike Freak, do you agree?
Yeah, I agree with what everyone has said. I was just trying to reimagine this track. If it was like, what if you put in instead of putting a 4 to the floor, just put in like a different kind of drums.
Like Afro type.
It doesn't have to be Afro. It could be because I see this as kind of like a chill out tune right there with those pianos and slow it down at like 115, and you can it's gonna give a different it could be a good chill out track, right? But I just it just feels weird having like a 4 to the floor with those violins and then trying to fit them in and trying to make it a house tune when sometimes you have to go look beyond the genre and try other things with the instruments you have, with the palette that you have. So
Okay.
that's
good advice.
yeah. Thank you. So
All right. Can
I'll
you
give
give me
this
a
a
number?
6. I'll give it a 6 because the
Okay,
ideas are
that's
pretty
not
good.
bad.
I love the piano parts. Yeah, it's just ideas just didn't mix well, but he has some like solid ideas with the melodies and the chord structure of his of the music. So it's pretty good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Candace, what say you?
That's interesting. Oh, thanks for coming to me, because you see this song, right? I'm gonna try. Probably no one's gonna know what I'm talking about when I sing it. I might even have to turn my camera off because I'm so embarrassed. I can't sing. But there was this house song of like years ago. It wasn't even a few years ago. It was years ago, and it goes. Oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed. But it goes. Hey, yeah. It was like some tune on Defected or something, and when I heard this tune, like I know the intro was too young, but when I heard it, I was like, this sounds like that chill out tune. For the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. But I feel like this song has got that kind of vibe going on, those kind of ideas.
Is that Life in the Northern Dance? Something like that? Life in Northern.
Oh gosh, I'll have to find it, Mike. I tried to find it.
I know what you're singing. I know what you're
singing. Do you know the one that I'm singing, right?
I know
it's a tune and a half, and when I find it, I'm gonna go and play it on Twitch. But I feel like it had those kind of vibes. So I feel like it's definitely got something there, but it needs to be more developed, because right now it just sounds like it just needs some more, but it does have some good ideas for me, but it just needs to be more developed. But it's someone put, it's an 80s tune. I'm not sure, but I think it's a 90s tune. Mike, find it for me, please.
Mike,
but
Mike, go get it.
Mike, go get it for me, please.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I don't know. I kind of liked it, and the intro was too long. But when it switched up, I was like, oh, okay.
That's the reaction I had. Like,
yeah.
Okay, we're doing something now.
Yeah, and I really liked it. And when you kind of put it on loop, like if it was just that loop, I could roll with that. Not for long, maybe like 2 minutes or something, but I could definitely roll with it. So I'm going to give it a 6.5 because I like it. And I'm going to go and try and find that tune. Someone put it's the 90s tune. Someone find it.
And this is Life in the Northern Town.
Life in the Northern Town.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to
change it.
Sounds very English.
Can I say something? Can I say something?
Yes.
Sure. Okay. After hearing all our friends here, I was thinking about there's really something there, and maybe this wasn't meant to be a house track. Tommy said something about an Afro thing, and now I can see clearly. Maybe that's not meant that this violin, it could be something big, but maybe it doesn't have to be a house track. There's a song there. There's a track there. There's a music there.
Right.
And maybe he should think about developing a different way. Maybe it's not for Quantize, for sure. It doesn't sound like Quantize, but he should try to develop in a different way. Maybe not as a house track. Maybe, that's what I see now. But there's really something there. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you. Thank you.
What do you think?
If I'm giving it a number, I'm going to give it a 6.
Okay.
But the main thing that I'm going to say about it is I love the creativity of it. That's it. I don't know whether they know what they're doing or whether they don't know what they're doing. You know what I mean, as far as the producer. However, the idea of it, I really like. I could see that track being developed into something that could work on a big main stage somewhere. It's not a quantized type of a thing, but I could see it working somewhere, in my creative mind's eye down the road. It needs a lot of work, but I hear the potential in it, so I give it a 6.
All right. Well, potential's good.
Yes.
All right.
Hi, Hope. How you doing? What's up? Blue Angel, too. Hi. What's up? Bobby Promo. Hope you're good, man.
Bobby Shaw is in the chat on Twitch. All right. Well, let's roll on. We're going to skip over song.
Are we going to skip?
We're skipping over
We're
song
definitely
3.
skipping. I had it set up. It sounds rocking to me. We sure we skipping?
Producer, are you sure you're skipping? DJ Spen says it sounds rocking to him.
The beats are rocking anyway.
Okay, I'm pretty sure he's sure. He says run it.
All right.
I don't mind.
Okay.
All right.
Let's see where this goes. This track is called Essence as we roll along on Talent Tuesday.
That part sounds kind of interesting.
It does though. Yeah.
So this is
I
glad
don't know
I
about
didn't
anybody
say-
else.
No, I was gonna say talk about computer music in a good way. I like this, especially when it got to that break.
Yeah, that's rocking. I gotta say, I like it. But let's see what everybody else gotta say about it.
Let's do that. Let's start out with Michele.
Okay. I think this one has got the best chords in my opinion so far. The ones I like the most, especially in the main section. Production wise, could be improved, but I think the main problem is it lacks a hook, whether instrumental or vocal. The backing track, with its deep vibe, but somebody said a little bit Detroit. I like the chords and it's got potential, but it needs a hook. 7.5. Boom!
Oh, from Michele Chiaverini?
Not
He
bad.
gave something a 7.5?
He
All
did.
right.
He did. Okay, May.
I agree with Michele. I'll give a 7, but not a half. I'll leave the half for him.
Okay.
Anyway, you see a lot of creativity on this track. The producer has a lot of things in mind. I like that. There's a good structure, maybe not the perfect one because it needs to develop a little bit more. I would reinforce the drums, no doubt. You need a powerful drums for that, but it's a 7.
Okay.
Right?
Sounds
It's a
good.
7. I like it. I would play that with the better drums. It needs maybe another producer to come and help with that. I don't know if it's a quantized record, but
Right.
it sounds good to me. It sounds good.
It's unquantize your mind and let your body be free.
Yeah, it's
That's what that is.
unquantized.
Or
You quantize or
Q3.
you don't.
All right. Well, then we better check in with Mr. Unquantized, Tommy.
Tommy.
Yeah, you know what? this is very interesting. Is that is what I learned from a record store. If you start listening to producers, now these first couple of records are showing that producers are looking for more to change the flow, and you notice it on the sites, on download sites and streaming sites. So I pay attention to that. Now, whether it fits us, I don't know. I agree that it needs to be a little bit more better mastered, the better drum, and maybe a better bass line that would cut through on it. But it had the same movement as the other one, just a little bit more intricate. So I liked it. I don't see how it fits us and our audience. I would love that if we could. We have tried before, so I'm giving it a 6.
Okay, 6 from Tommy. Yeah, I saw you swaying. You were swaying. You weren't dancing, but you were swaying.
Susan Estera, thank you so much for the raid. We appreciate it very much.
Oh, hey, Susan and Susan's fam coming in on
Thanks
Twitch.
for joining us.
All right, so we got a 7.5, a 7. We've got a 6. We've got 89% on Twitch said they like it. So that's pretty darn good.
Yeah.
Okay, so
right.
we should
Freaky Mike, what you thinking?
I like it. I was digging that one. I just need to hear it like in a different system and a proper, monitor to make a, final judgment file. I think it could push for a Q. So it has that kind of like disclosure to it. What was Michele said, which was like a proper hook to just something you remember, something to latch on in the track. So if he could find that one, it doesn't have to be a vocal. It could just be another synth. It just needs something on top of everything else because he has the good foundation right there. So he has that synth, the bass line.
I wanted more of that bass. I thought he was gonna get a little funky. I wanted a little more of that.
So it has all that elements. So I think there's a potential right there that we can put out.
Okay.
Couple
so
more
right
fixes,
now, as is.
This is 7 for me.
All right.
Yeah.
Not too
Couple more
bad.
tweaks. Yeah.
Not too
pretty
bad.
good.
All right. Are you gonna weigh in? Because you are.
I love this. That right there is rocking. Remind me of a old school kind of 90s record that I don't know.
I agree.
Geez, I can't even remember the guy. Who's the guy that did records like As I Am and that kind of stuff? I can't remember what the guy's name is.
Todd Edwards.
Todd Edwards.
Yes.
Reminds me of some old school Todd Edwards, just weird but rocking. So yeah, it's a only reason I give it a 7.5. I don't like the arrangement. It's like I think the arrangement, like when the parts that he should have focused on, he didn't focus on enough to me. So for that reason, I give it a 7.5.
All right, not bad. Candace, you have anything on this one?
No, I agree with what everyone else has said. I really like it. I feel like it's great music for the car, like driving music.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm going to give it a 6.5. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Well, that was our first 3 on Talent Tuesday. We've got, 3 more?
Okay.
So stay with us.
Right along. Yeah, it is Talent Tuesday. This next track is called.
Which one is this?
Fully Loaded. Let's see how loaded it is as the music continues. This Talent Tuesday.
Sounds good already. All right, that was track number 4 on Talent Tuesday. 67%. Not so much feeling it over there on Twitch, but the poll is it still going? Oh no, it ended. All right, this one was called Fully Loaded. We need to hear from you. Just checking out some of the feedback on the chat. All right. It's not for me. It needs work. All right. Well, let's see what our judges have to say.
Yeah.
It wasn't so bad to me.
No.
All right. Let's start out with May this time.
So there's a 5 a.m. feeling on this one. You feel that?
Yes. Yes. Totally.
After all the party, you throw this one at 5 a.m. Everybody's already, ready, and there's something there, but it needs a proper mix. But one thing people need to know: Kelly was right. Cut the intro when you send in a demo, please. But I like it. It's a rough track. It's as I said, a 5 a.m. track that you need for special time. It's not a song. It doesn't have to be a song. It is a house track.
Right.
I like. I think it could come as a great tool at a certain moment of the night, but it needs a proper mix.
Okay.
Proper mastering and mix and everything. But there's something there. It's a track that I would like to play late night.
Right.
Yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10.
I would say 7.75.
Wow, good score.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had a 0.75 on the show.
I just created that.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah, we get a bunch of 69s,
Usually
but I don't know.
Mike Freak does
that's
0.69.
silly. But it is what it is. Michele Chiaverini, what say you, my friend?
I agree with Mene. Production-wise, needs quite a bit of work. I mean, I like when you got the basic drums, the swinging drums with the bass. That's a really solid foundation. And on top of that, you have the little chords, deep house chords, and the little vocal hook. I'm not sure if the vocal hook could be better. It probably could. So yeah, I'm one to always look first for the positive. So I think these are the positive. But like Mene said, the mix needs to improve. The choice of sounds, well before the mastering. And but it's got potential. That's the bottom line. So for that reason, I'm giving it 6.5.
Awesome.
6.5.
Okay.
Why don't you talk?
I like it. I totally agree with what both of them said. That being said, it's really not my type of groove. I just tend to think kind of differently when it comes to late night kind of tracks. However, I hear where this is going. I think, for something like an unquantized, it could work. Definitely needs some mixing and mastering on it, but I like the idea of it. It's not bad. So I give it 7.
Okay. All right. Tommy.
Yes.
Could you do something with this?
No. let me explain why I say that. I'm a house head. I've come from the early all the way to now. So when I hear open and close hi hats that have a sound like we grew out of 20 years ago, then it makes me feel like it's dated. You know what I mean? Because now, even though the jacking people kind of use it, it just doesn't fit where we are now. If it was a different kind of open and close ride on it, then maybe I could feel better. The triples and on it when it jumped in, it makes you feel like, yo, this is really gonna bang. It's just goes like okay, and then it didn't kind of go there for me because when you're going to use a sample thing, it's got to have this kind of hook to keep them dancing without sounding redundant. And though it's a simple formula, very few people hit that. So it's kind of hard to do. So maybe a better arrangement might help you get there because they have some great programming ideas with the drums. It's just let's rethink it and try to make it impactful all the way through. You can't just get stuck because then some of us that are a little bit more in house, got some time behind us, we need a little bit more. We're a little bit older. So I give it a 6.
All right, a 6 from Tommy. Mike Freak.
Yeah, this is kind of like right up my alley. I love those jacking sounds. The good thing about it is the drums are pretty good. The bass line, the bass line I think complements the groove, the drums. I was hoping for like a better stab. I guess choice of sounds would have helped this tune. Plus the vocals, probably use a different vocal because it felt like it didn't match whatever the vibe is of the track. So those are the two things. Those are like two clashing things. But I mean, it's pretty good with the bass and the drums. So if you could develop that, put in something at the top, it could be a good track right here. So yeah.
Okay.
I'll give this a 7.
All right, a 7 from Mike Freak. Candace.
Hello. I agree with Mike. I didn't think that the vocals matched either. That's what I wrote down. But I won't take up too much time. I will give this one a 7.
All right, another 7. That's actually not too bad.
No, it's really not.
All right, keep on keeping on, producer. All right, we've got 2 more tracks for you all to check out tonight, so we are going to roll on. I hope this next one lives up to its name, but we are about to find out. It is called So Good. Pop into the chat and tell me how you really feel. It's Talent Tuesday.
Yeah. What's up, DJ Sega the Black Knight? What's up, man? Good seeing you.
Yeah, my mistake on that one. I was looking at the wrong. I'm looking over here. I should have been looking over there. The track is actually called Get on the Floor. It is giving me Get on the Floor vibes.
It is. No doubt.
Not bad. 80% yes over on Twitch. So that is not bad at all. All right. Let's hear from everybody. Let's start out with Michele.
Okay, yeah, I mean, I like this one. It's got great groove, the bass, it's a heavy sound. I love that. And it's got nice sample chord progression, which I also like. The hook is good. I would probably put some clearer lyrics to the hook. Again, it's not, I'm always looking for something interesting, kind of a little bit different from the rest. I love the programming of the drums, but maybe the sounds are a bit predictable. But overall, yeah, it works. This one is pretty good. Give it a 7.5, 7.5.
Awesome.
7.5 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go over to May.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. This is definitely the best record today. I can hear it on unquantized or dequantized or US quantized, whatever. But I like especially the bass sound. When I heard the bass sound, I said, there's something there. And it worked for me.
All right, sounds good. What number shall you give it, sir?
7.85.
All right.
That's a lot.
Hey, that's a good one. That's good. That's good. That's good. Yes, sir. Mike Freak, what say you?
I really like it. It's pretty modern. It's what you hear and what's charting right now on sites like Beatport and websites like that. So this is pretty good. The stabs are good. I'm a little confused. Yeah, like kind of like what Michele said about the vocals. But I've heard tracks like this, and I mean sometimes that hook works. So I think it for me works. So
okay,
yeah, I really like this one. So this could be a potential Q3 record right here.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
What number did you give it?
I'll give this an 8. Probably a couple more fixes in the mixing and mastering side, but yeah, the bass is pretty rocking. So sometimes that's what you need. So.
All right. Tom Davis, what you say?
Mike, I'm gonna let you have this.
I thought you was like, I'm just
This is the best track yet, only because it was well put together in what it does. I was losing my mind on it. It's like I love records that kind of tell a rhythm vibe. The groove was kind of contagious, hypnotic. You was just with it. I could see a whole club just going crazy on it because I could hear it really, really loud and really, really getting it. And it does it. It does something that we seldom hear in house music, where someone takes a unique idea and bang it like that. So I'm gonna give it a 9, but Mike, you're lucky. You are so lucky.
All right.
9 from Tommy Davis.
Candace.
Thank you. Well, let's just put it this way. I downloaded it. You know what that means when I've downloaded it?
Yes.
It means I like it a lot. I'm going to give this one a 7.5.
Okay.
All right.
Awesome. I gotta say, I like it. I do though, and I hear you exactly what you're saying, Michele. I tend to kind of shy away from the tracks. Like there's a lot of like this new age sampling going on where they're taking the samples and they're putting the samples in key, but they're so far from the original key that it literally sounds like it's just slowed down. You can't really understand what the guy's saying, kind of thing.
It's like garage.
Right.
Yeah,
that's why I like it.
It is. Yeah.
It's like
garage.
That's why I dig it.
It's funky. I mean, I like that. I could literally do without the vocal or something different. I will give it a I'll give it a 7.5. But the groove, that's just old. That's house. Period. It's house. House.
It is house.
And garage.
It is house.
Yeah. Everything doing the same thing. Just sounds like everybody's going out of nuts, but it's dope. I love it. I love it.
Kelly's looking at you like.
How did Mike like it?
Mike gave what number did you give it, Mike?
8.
8.
8.
Okay.
8. Yeah, this is a potential QU3 record right here.
I knew you. That's what you were going to
Yeah,
say.
we're gonna see who gets this one. It's gonna be interesting. Yeah, definitely. That's a sign.
It sounds like the producer. It sounds like the producer grew up listening to your records, Spen.
I'm saying that's our groove right there, right?
I think he just called you old.
I don't care what he called me. That's rocking. If old mean that you rock like this, then call me old. I'm dirt dog old. I'm 99 years old.
No, 69.
Oh, here we go. Time to move on.
It sounds like your stuff. You know, the producer.
It does.
Your records, right? You know what I mean, right?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I'm drawn to that kind of groove just like automatically, even when I'm playing. So yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, bravo. I love it.
All right. Well, that means we are down to the very last record. And I promise this one is called So Good.
Oh,
so good.
It is the final record of the night. And hopefully we're going to end on a good note. So stay tuned just so we can finish up. And don't forget to drop your thoughts right there in the chat. It's Talent Tuesday.
I'm putting in your hands. It feels like the perfect dance. I just let go and follow your lead, 'cause I know you won't steer me wrong. So good, so good. Your love is so good, so good, so good to me. So good, so good. Your love is so good, so good, so good to me. The smell of your lips leaves me breathless. I'm yours, do what you will. Taking your time, don't rush. You love me so much, it feels heaven sent. So good, so good. Your love is so good, so good, so good to me. So good, so good. Your love is so good, so good, so good to me. You touch me, I get you. Breathing gets heavy, feels so real. Feels like I'm going to explode. You touch me, I get you. Breathing gets
I'm sure you are. That's your vibe, right?
Yes, this is my vibe. This is actually what I had in mind when we talk about quantize and chill. I really like this. There's something about when the background vocals came in, and you all can talk about the technicality of it, but it's off. There's something. The background vocals are not sitting properly.
Right.
They're not mixed right, or they're not sitting on the track right, and they're slightly out of key, in my opinion. You're gonna hear from the musicians, and they'll tell you that I'm right. But but putting that aside, I think it's so beautiful. I love the horns. I mean, it reminds me of like a summer day in my car with the windows down. Or in Croatia before the wild party starts, just vibing, listening. I really like this, and her vocals are pretty. I really like her vocals. So let's hear from the.
Well, wait a minute. What? Since you did all of that, what number do you give it?
I'm giving this an 8.
That's dope. All right,
I'm giving it an 8.
As we move on, Michele Chiaverini, what do you think, buddy?
All right. To me, to start with, it sounds like a demo.
Right.
It's quite basic. The idea, it's got potential. I would probably a different singer with a more intense performance, better vocal, and maybe slightly better lyrics at times. But the atmosphere, like Kelly was saying, it's got potential. I like the tenor sax is probably the best thing of the track. So yeah, I mean, it needs to be better produced and probably better sung and maybe written. But because a lot of effort has gone into it, they've written a song, they produced and everything. Yeah. I'm gonna give it 6.5.
All right.
All right. We gotta go over to Meme.
All right, Meme.
I think Michele is right, but this is a very good example of a good demo. It's like I feel like Spen calling me and saying, "Yo, Meme, I have a good
That's how he says, right?
Yo, I feel that's a good demo here. Let's do it." So anyway, that's a fantastic demo. It's not well produced, but it shows a very good song.
Yes.
A great singer. You can, when you receive a demo like that and you're gonna, sign that song, you can produce that. You can have your own ideas and put on that because you hear a good song. So that's a fantastic demo. I like it. I'll give it a 8.10.
Right. He gives it a 9.
Why not?
He doesn't want to say 9. So okay.
It's a good demo. He deserves it.
Yeah. Is Mike still with us, or is he?
He left. He's gone to stream.
Right. Cool.
Tommy.
I am so glad the producers are sending us some soulful stuff. We don't get a lot because I know when I do so, they're a little bit harder to work and it's easier to critique them when they're in production, But I couldn't tell if the vocalist was pitchy or was the producer didn't do the work to make sure that she stayed a certain way. And in a day's age, a producer has to do that. The vocalist, when you get a quality vocal, she got a great sound, you might have to work her a little bit into the track to make her fit. And she was moving when the track wasn't. But it was really great to hear a song that was so happy and she was relaxed with it. She wasn't demanding, trying to say, "ah." She was saying, in a certain tone that we rarely hear in house music, especially in soul. So, I agree with Michele, the production was demo production. But even with that being said, it was really, you got the message, you got the potential, and I think that's what counts. I give it a 7.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So I guess that leaves me. Well, wait a minute, Candace, what do you think? Real quick.
Thank you. Yeah, I really like it. If it had come in the demo inbox, I definitely would have sent around to the team and really championed it. I really liked when that sax came in. It reminds me of the same breakdown of Careless Whisper. When it comes in.
Yeah.
That's what I wrote down. Careless Whisper vibes. That's what I wrote down.
It is.
I'm gonna give this one a 7.
All right. I'm going to give it a 8. And the reason why is because from the first, and Kelly will tell you, I started yelling from the very first note that girl sang, because I knew at that point, when I don't know what word she used, but I knew at that point, oh, we're looking at a good song. Regardless of anything else, whatever happened after that first line, I knew that this was going to be a good song, because like Tommy said, we don't get, at least nowadays in house music or what we do, we don't get decent lyrical content like that. Just different. We get the average kind of writing, but this there was thought that went into what made this song. So I love it for the song. I actually, and the tenor sax was just like a cherry on top of a demo cake. It's really good. I like it. It's an 8. And I don't know what anybody else is going to say, but that's getting signed. And, and I definitely agree with Michele. I think that, I think the singer, I think the singer is, there are some pitchy moments. There are. But I also think that can be produced around with the right producer. Because I actually like the girl's voice. I love it.
Well, she's a soprano, and you have a thing for sopranos. So that's as soon as she came in, I was like, he's gonna love this.
Soon as she hit it, and I don't even know if that is that technically a soprano, Michele, or would you say she's an alto?
Yeah, she's a soprano.
Yeah, all day. Just I mean, it's sexy too. The other thing, it's really, really sexy. It's nice.
Yeah,
it's nice.
So I am just looking in the chat, and I don't know how I didn't catch. So we know this producer. It's actually been interesting and wonderful for me to watch him grow over the years.
This is somebody we put a record out on?
We first came into contact with him, and this is his last time. Look at my face, because I know you're watching, because I see you in the chat. This is your last time on Talent Tuesday, sir. You have releases. So listen, though, he's really grown. The first time we came into contact with him was in 2018. We did a remix contest, and he entered the remix contest. He wasn't our winner, but he was. He got up to the top. One of the top finalists, and he works under a couple different names. One is very, very, very soulful vocals, disco-y, and that's what we just heard. And then he does some other stuff on the housey side. He says, "Okay, I'm sorry. You know what you were doing. You knew I was going to leave. Don't even try it, sir." I like this song. I'm going to call you later, because we're going to talk about this. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Spen wants it, so I guess that means
oh yeah, definitely.
We're taking this one.
Right, I'm going to call Michele, and they made a remix of that.
He's really got some.
I'm here for that.
He likes to play. I like his music better in this genre, and he'll play around with it and send me some stuff to listen to. And he's got a thick skin, because I say no, scratch that whole thing and go back. But I like this one, so excited that you submitted for your very last time. Someone else in the chat says, "I want to have a remix contest." No. It's too much work. No, not right now. We just finished 2 DJ contests, and we are not contesting anymore till next year. Right. But we had some pretty good tracks. I mean, overall,
it was a good night. Overall, a very good night.
I'm not seeing any 2s or 1s or 3s, so I'm seeing some good scores, and we really appreciate everyone who trusts us to listen to their music. I know it's tough to put your side out there, to put your work out there, and then it's kind of hard sometimes to hear the comments. But for those of you that are brave enough, I think that's why we're here, to give you this platform, and so you can go back and make it better if you want. Otherwise, just go ahead and find another label who'll release your little song with your 5 or 6 as is. But
I apologize for what she's saying in advance.
You listen to the judges, it could be a 9 or 10. So that is why we're here. That is why we beg people like Michele and May to come on They have hit records. They know what they're doing, and we want you to hear from the experts. So
Yes.
thank you.
So the next one is what? December.
Yeah, because next 2 weeks is Thanksgiving here in the
so
States,
we're not going to do a Thanksgiving version.
No, we're not.
Right. So.
Oh no, 2 weeks is our wedding anniversary, and
Right.
we will be on the island of St. Lucia.
Is that where we're going?
Yeah, you know where we're going. Yeah.
Kelly.
Oh.
Kelly.
Somebody saying Kelly. That's probably
You want me to come to Brazil instead?
Yeah, exactly.
No.
No,
You two would be talking music the whole time. You would be.
Listen. You way more fun than Spen. You have
That is very true.
and funny.
That is very true. I'm coming to Brazil next summer, and you will find out that is absolutely 100% true.
I'll help you to mix anything, so don't worry. Come to Brazil.
Yes, I'm going to Brazil, everybody, next summer.
Don't forget he has monkeys that come to his house.
I know he has monkeys.
Okay,
They come inside the house. Yes, I do know that. We're going to close the windows and leave the monkeys outside.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in. Mele, thank you. Michele, thank you so
both.
much.
We appreciate you both and your expertise and sharing with us your time, because time is precious when you do what we do. So I totally appreciate you both.
So we'll be back in how many weeks?
I think we said December 8th, and what is it? Let's see.
Is that right?
No. It,
That would be
what is that?
December
6th.
All
and
right.
December 20th, I think.
All right, we'll be back December 6th
that'll cut
and
it for
December
the year.
20th, and then we'll take our end of the year break. So tune in December 6th is 4 weeks from now.
Yeah.
So if you've got music, you've got time to make it better. You got 4 weeks. We hope to get your music. Producers, you'll hear from me. Thank you for submitting your music. Thanks everyone for joining in, and we will see you soon. Peace in the valley, peace in the city, and peace to your souls.
I'm leaving you with something that
what is
I've heard
this?
on with Michele. And Michele hasn't even heard this yet, at least not in its version.
I don't
So I'm
like
leaving
it.
you with this. You don't like it already? I bet you will. Let's see.
I
Let's
like
see.
it. You can send it to me.
How you don't like the intro? That's just the intro.
Are we really happy here?
Oh wow.
The game we're playing.
Okay, now we're talking.
Send it to me.
Searching but not finding, understanding anywhere. We're lost in a masquerade. Both afraid to say we're just too far away from being close together from the start.
I want a copy now.
We try to talk
Come on. That's my payment.
Lost inside this lonely game we play.
That's DJ Spen and Michele Chiaverini on the production. Tasha LaRae on backgrounds, on lead.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's coming soon.
People
over
want to
the
know when it's
Thanksgiving
coming out.
Coming soon over the Thanksgiving holiday. So that'll be coming. We've got a Crystal Waters record coming, remixes of Love One Another. We got a new SEL record coming. I mean, so many things that we have got coming. So stay tuned, because trust me, the year ain't over till it's over. It's just not over till it's over. Sarah, what are you doing? I guess that means it's time for us to go. Listen, thank you all for hanging out with us. We will see you again real soon. And I'm probably going to be doing an impromptu stream. Sarah, can you turn it down, son? Oh, Lord, that's going to run. Anyway, I'm probably going to be doing maybe a couple of impromptu streams before I leave with this pretty lady next to me and go on our wedding anniversary. So stay tuned. We got a lot going on. We love you guys. Once again, Peace out, and we'll see you all later. And thank you again, Michele and Tommy. Appreciate you, my brother. Candace as well. And all of the mods and everybody helping us out. We appreciate and love you guys. We out.
Candace, Tommy,
Thank you.
Bye, Candice. Bye, Tommy. Bye, guys. Bye, Kelly.
Bye.
Bye.
See ya.